Okay. Oh boy. I did it again. I was sitting up here talking and talking and talking and forgot to turn. Yeah, Josephine Young. Well, I just said hi to everybody. Oh, there's a little feedback there. Let me fix that. Okay, so I just said hi to everybody. Probably shouldn't do that again. What could I say? I just looked at the thing and I'm just I just noticed that I wasn't live. So, um okay, last time was last time it was 2 minutes. Before that it was 9 minutes. This time you all have managed to go a whopping 6 minutes without even noticing I wasn't on air. So, did you all see the countdown at least? Did you see the countdown? Oh well, I anyway, we're all here now. So let me try that one more time. Hello, Yvonne Clark, Mascara, Caroline Tubbs, Levi Hemmings, welcome. Uh Annie Bullard, Beverly Jackson, Elizabeth Sanchez, welcome to the chat. Mascara, Ronnie Vanna, welcome. And Donna Reese, Joan Commonwealther, Church Nelly, Okay, I said that. Carolyn Tubbs. Okay, I think I'm repeating myself. Sienna, Sarah, welcome to the chat. J Law, Miss D Bernard, Lucy Wynn, welcome. Fancy. Church Nelly, I said some very disparaging things about you and you totally missed it. So you just imagine what I would have said, and that goes double. Angela Thomas, Beverly Jackson, Donna Reese, C. Mac, Miss S. Amy Girl is here. Darlene Anderson, Kenether Ash is here. Sheila Watson, Josephine Young, uh, Julia Rock is here. Anastasia Isabella, Beverly McCaskill, and yeah. Oh well, thanks for trying to cover for me, Ronnie, but I had totally forgot to what do you call it? Hit the broadcast button or live or whatever it is. Hello, Lydia Washington. And what is that? Uh, Delia McDonald Bent, welcome. Latoya Wiley, Alita Portress, welcome. And Lavender Rose, welcome to the chat. Yeah, Kathy Antone, welcome to the chat. Joseph Young, I think I said hello already, but if not, welcome again. Yeah, I totally yeah, I when I came to this afternoon, the first thing I wanted was coffee, and then of course I started breakfast. And anyway, I'm just wondering, how did everybody's New Year's go? Um, there's a few things I wanted to cover today. Some of it we'll do a little look back at last year and see where we are today, but so much has happened in the past year. Everything from that horrific January the 6th all the way up until the point when Betty White decided to take the final curtain. So, I was sad about that at first because I was looking forward to celebrating her birthday. But then again, I realized that's kind of selfish because, Betty White has entertained and done so much all these years. It's not sensible to ask her to do more. So, I'm just glad that we had Betty White for the time that we had her. And as for last night, if you guys missed it, last night we were supposed to have 2 hours where we celebrate New Year's on the East Coast, New Year's in the Midwest, and then that turned into, well, it's almost mountain time. And then somebody, I don't know which squatty it was, I don't remember. They said, Baron, it's 34 minutes until there's the New Year's in Montecito. I said, okay, let's do it. And then after all of that, 3.5 hours into it, somebody had the nerves to say, they haven't had New Year's in Hawaii yet. I said, that's not going to happen. I'm gone. But it was a lot of fun. So if you guys missed it, you can definitely catch bits and pieces. I don't know if I would watch the whole 3.5 hours, but if you feel inclined to do it, it is available to you. But we had a lot of fun, talked a lot of stuff. Mostly made friends and probably a couple of enemies, but it was a good time. So I had fun, and I'll look forward to doing that next year for sure. So, what is that? Oh, was it Diane? Diane Hawkins said that? Yeah, somebody said, "Oh, it's almost New Year's in Montecito. We may as well stay." So, well, I added we may as well stay, but yeah, it was fun. I'm glad we did. But good time. It was really good time. And don't even ask me what we talked about because I don't recall. I just remembered that my behind was starting to hurt, and so I started standing for part of it. But other than that, let's see. What's that? I was working at. I missed it, huh? I'm sorry, Carolyn Tubbs, but you know what? Anybody who works New Year's is a hero to me. As a matter of fact, anybody who works is a hero to me. I think that's whatever you can do, especially when you're supporting other people, is so important. So all work is good, and you're a champ for working on New Year's. Let's see. Uh, Church Nelly, are you trying to start off messy? We have to lean into it. Let's see. Why the heck are the Chambridges coming to America? Return to sender. It was fun. I was actually at the casino. Nice. Wow, that's nice. Thanks for hanging out with us. Uh, Andrew can't leave Windsor because of the ankle bracelet. Yeah, you guys know that the Yorks have gone skiing. So if I got the story right, I believe that Sarah Tosuck Ferguson and Beatrice and Eugenie were seen with their arms locked walking around a ski resort. But Andrew decided to stay in the UK. I guess he decided to stay. He could be sporting that little ankle bracelet and he just ain't talking about it. But yes, that's right. I talked about Princess Anne with all those knots in her purse, all those expensive purses like that. What is it? Chanel purse. And rather than taking it to get it resized or something like that, she just tied a knot in it. That still is so bizarre to me. Let me see. I was at a family dinner party, which I absolutely hate. Well, you did hang out with us part of the time, so I hope we were able to help. Um, okay, so let me see what else we got there. Andy has brought the biggest and worst shame on them. Yeah, we're going to definitely get into that. We are definitely going to get into that. Um, but anyway, it's always best to keep calm and move to Montecito, and that's just what the Sussexes have done. Harry and Meghan, apparently, I don't know if this was a press release or I think it was a press release, but anyway, that's what's trending on the social media right now on the Twitter is that Harry and Meghan has made it known that no longer are they going to allow these comments from the insider. In other words, Harry and Meghan do not want you guys to accept any updates on their whereabouts or activities that are not coming directly from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, or more likely from their spokespeople. Let me elaborate on that. Let's see, where is it? Oh, do I even have it? Fiddlesticks. Sorry to swear like that, but fiddlesticks. Um, oh, okay, yeah, this is it. Sorry about that. But this is it. Let me and by the way, Ronnie, I have some things I need to tell you about. I will text you about that. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna get all of the data soon. Yeah, Duke and Duchess of Sussex says unnamed sources will no longer speak for them. Meghan and Harry says only official press team at Archwell, you guys got that? At Archwell will comment or not on any stories concerning the couple. So, in other words, do not assume that when somebody says unnamed source that it is viable or true information. It is not. It needs to come from Archwell or directly from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Otherwise, it just doesn't exist. Um, I guess they just want to make sure that there's some clarity. So I'm going to take that to mean that there's probably something really big coming up for 2022. Obviously, I mean it's to do with the Sussexes, right? So whatever they have planned for 2022, aside from the what is it? The um oh, why am I going blank on this? Invictus. Aside from the Invictus, there'll be so many other things coming up, especially Harry's book. So, whatever is going to happen, if it doesn't come down from the mountain, so to speak, it doesn't exist. So, that's what they're trying to tell people is to please make sure you hear it from them. As the songs say, do nothing till you hear from me. Let me see. Sussex, yeah, the Sussex's communication team at Archwell will speak on the record or not, as fans of the couple are warned to pay no heed to mystery sources claiming to talk for them in the press. Now, as you guys know, Tina and Michelle, and particularly Tina, has been saying that since 2020. Listen only to the Sussexes. All the other noise, ignore it. So we already kind of know this, but I guess for whatever reason, they are just trying to reaffirm that they are not using other sources. Um, Unnamed sources will no longer speak for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Their team have promised. So yeah, I guess maybe they didn't use like official language in the past to release information, but now everybody at Archwell is, I guess, sworn to be on board or promised to be on board with accurate information. So I'm sure there was no problem there because, as you know, there are no leaks in Montecito. It just doesn't seem to exist. Montecito has pretty much been the very model of what any type of press operation should be. So, no leaks. The other thing is okay, I saw this on Twitter. I saw this on Twitter, but I don't know. I haven't seen an actual statement from anyone. This was what someone tweeted, and I just didn't have time to find it before I started. But in an extraordinary joint statement, Buckingham Palace, Kensington Palace, and Clarence House said it was disappointing that Harry and Meghan saw in the new year with their young family, as this left all attention focused on that hashtag and the other hashtag. I don't even want to say it out loud, but those hashtags. So that's what I just said yesterday. I just said yesterday that the Sussexes are leaving 2021 in the best possible position because nobody's talking about them. And that's good. The only thing that they had to speak about the Sussexes was the Christmas photo. That's it. So, other than that, everything is all about Prince William's, you know what, and Prince Andrew's situation. Otherwise, the Sussexes are just taking care of their business. As Tabitha Brown say, and that's your business. That's your business. So, um, that's the best possible place to be. The fact that we're not hearing so much from the Sussexes, the fact that they're not trying to defend themselves against some type of lie or something like that. The only thing that they have been able to say about the Duchess of Sussex recently is that she went on Ellen's show and had some fun. And I'm like, that's it? That's all you got is she went on Ellen's show. But that's it. They don't have anything else. And I want to say, was it Special K who said that Meghan has been thoroughly vetted? I think she said that last night, that she has been thoroughly vetted by everybody in official agencies in the UK, and they could not find anything on her before she got married. There's nothing to speak about after the marriage. And so, how does the Daily Fail start the new year? How do they start the new year? And please don't go take a look at it. I'm just going to tell you what I've seen. I'm not even going to share a photo of what they said. The way the Daily Fail started the new year was to have a whole list. And I didn't even read the article. I just saw that they had everything broken down by price. The first paragraph, I was looking for what? What do you always see in the first paragraph? $14 million mansion. And after that, I was done. It has a breakdown of every piece of jewelry that the Duchess of Sussex has worn in 2021. This is how the Daily Fail starts off the new year. And why are they doing that? Because of what you see on the screen right now. It's not that they have a big story that they could use to try to tarnish the Duchess of Sussex's character. They don't really have a big story to use against her. What they have is what you just heard me say. They're going to break down the price of her jewelry, and then they'll just sit and wait patiently for something to come up because they ended the year on a high note. And those other two right there, they ended the year on a low note. Prince Charles, he didn't really have an end of the year. Everything that was done to him, they were pretty much done with that by November. But here, I don't think they were able to see this whole thing with Prince William. And why didn't they see it coming? Because somehow, some way, one of those people in the Royal Rotor or Royal Reporters, whatever that guy's name is, the one who said that they are making security problems for Windsor Castle or for the Queen or whatever. Because of that, that's why the whole thing with the Prince Williams affair. Ooh, I just said it. I hope the AI doesn't get me. I hope the algorithm doesn't get me. But yeah, because of that, now we're where we are. Now Prince William is the one that is the center of attention. I mean, it's been trending like crazy. It's been trending in the mainstream media. The only thing that even slowed it down a bit was the fact that we lost Betty White. Other than that, it's been nonstop trending. It's as though the calls were coming from inside the house. The calls are coming from inside the house. That's what it seems like. So let me look at a couple of your comments and see what you guys think about what I just said. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me make this bigger. I can barely see that. Oh boy, let's see. All right. Baby boomer friendly font is what I need. Why are they worried about how Harry and oh okay. Why are they worried about how Harry and Meghan spend their own money? They need to be concerned about the other royals who receive taxpayers' money. Angela Thomas, that goes without saying, right? But um, they have to worry about Meghan and Harry, so people don't think about how much money that they are lavished with in the royal family. The exception that Chaz, Billy, and likely even Andy would have side pieces is not big enough for all of the dust being kicked up. There's something far worse afoot. Trust. I would love to know what that is. Gosh, I would love to know. But yeah, obviously there's something else going on. It's something that the tabloids seem to have on them. Um, and I whatever you think about Dan Wooten, and I don't think much about him, he seems to be fearless when it comes to um rattling the cages of the royal family. I think he's like um I think he's probably one of those people who lives on the very height of arrogance. He's very full of himself and he loves the fact that he has been empowered with his ability to gossip, you know? He doesn't seem to have a filter. So, let's see. Okay, I watched a YouTube video called How the Rich People Live. The person did the comparison of Harry and Meghan's Christmas card and compared Will and Kate's. Is pretty funny. Oh, I wish I could see that one. I well, I'll see if I can find it. Uh Apparently just learned this Prince Philip's will is kept. Yeah, they said that some months ago that Prince Willips am I fully awake that Prince Philip's, not Willips, but Prince Philip's will is to be kept secret for 90 years. Now there's some speculation that allegedly he has another family or even two. That's the speculation, is that there may possibly be another family somewhere. Um, Thank you, Raquel Windley. This is, oh, I promised I wasn't going to say that again. Okay, this is the last time. This is the first donation that I received to this channel um, since I woke up today. So thank you so much. I can't say that it's the first of the year because that actually happened last night, but it's greatly appreciated. And thank you for joining us this fine New Year's Day. And wow, there's 560 people here. That's lovely. Um, let's see. Okay. The palace can make no comments on anything of relevance, but they can make an appointment of useless uh honors. Yeah. I was going to talk about that later, but let's just do that now, shall we? The two appointments that Krista Spears is speaking of. One is for Tony Blair. Now that's kind of disturbing because some people in the UK are very are very disappointed that I saw that, Lydia. That's why I'm laughing. I just caught that out the corner of my eye. Is very disappointed that Tony Blair is receiving is it a knighthood? Because of the, so-called unnecessary war in Iraq, which I agree, it was totally unnecessary. The whole thing with not Iran, but Iraq and Afghanistan, I was sickened by it when it was happening, and I don't feel any better about it now. I think it was totally unnecessary. a waste of resources, and that so many young people have been maimed and injured um, in the armed forces, and so many lives lost over in those countries is just a disgrace. So Tony Blair, I liked him as a person, but at the same time, I could never ever approve of the fact that uh, little George Bush or Tony Blair stepped into the whole thing with the war. And it was too bad for the British people because really it was just paying a debt to an old friend by getting involved with the United States. And that's really that just makes it double worse for the British people. Having said that, okay, so that's Tony Blair. Then of course, oh, change the picture, sure. Then of course, how's this? Or this? Or jazz hands, huh? How about his jazz hands? Her jazz hands, his jazz hands. All that jazz. Yeah. Okay, so let me get rid of them. All that jazz. Oh boy. Um Oh, change the picture, please. Okay. So the other part of that is the Order of the Garter, which the Queen has decided that she would bestow the Order of the Garter, the most sacred of would you call it a knighthood or appointments, the most sacred that there is available. They are going to give that to Prince Charles's emotional support, Camilla. Now, that, of course, should cause some bit of controversy, but Her Majesty probably feels as though it's time, or should I say, Prince Charles feels as though it's that time. But either way, that is supposed to. Is it happening now? Has it happened? I'm sure there'll be some ceremony for it, but I'm going to tell you what I don't like about this. The thing that really puts me off with the fact that they're going to give her that honor, it's not that I even care whether or not she gets this incredible symbolic honor, this ancient thing that is so important to all sovereigns. What bothers me about that is that I have to picture Camilla Parker Bowles in a garter, any kind of garter. I don't want to hear her name and garter in the same sentence. It just, I don't want to hear Garter and Camilla Parker Bowles for many reasons. But yeah, if I never hear Camilla and Garter in the same anything, then it'll be too soon. So, um, couldn't they have given her just, isn't there some other title or patron that they could have given her or honorary instead of Garter? Why Garter? I mean, I could only think of one person who could hear Camilla and Garter in the same sentence and I don't know, get some kind of feeling out of that, and that's this guy. Other than that, I don't know who would want this person and Garter in the same sentence. That's all I'll say about that. It's disturbing. I hope you guys aren't having your supper as I say this, but I'm just sick of them. Do you hear me? Sick. I'm sick of them. I mean, there's many things I wouldn't mind, walking the dog and picking up the poop, but please don't say Garter and Camilla in the same sentence. Oh boy. that's how my mind works. Certain associations and weird thoughts pop into my head. Oh boy. Oh, let's see. These are some old slides I had. Okay. Oh, that's the one we used last night for New Year's. Um, yeah. I probably need to change these out. I think I'll leave it there. Oh, it doesn't stay. I don't know why, but it doesn't stay. Try that again. Okay, so what say you, Lydia? No. Let me see. Oh no, be 10 years speaking to someone. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I don't think they can get that. I'll take your word for it. Okay. The title Diana gave her, the Rottweiler. Oh, so you think that's what she deserves? I like it. I like it. Although she's going from Rottweiler to what is it? The Bass Hound, Bloodhound. Yeah, she's going from Rottweiler to Bloodhound, but that's all a matter of gravity, I think. Um, I'm off you. I don't get that one. Let's see. Dearly care for Diana. Yeah, of course, of course. As they say, it's really disappointing that there aren't more of the. Oh, you like that, huh? Do you remember the scarecrow in the video that I made? Okay. Helene Grind, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. I probably would agree too, but I don't know what that was. Let me see. Liz gave Billy current wife a special honor, all the Victorian Cross 2 years ago for same reason, trying to make them seem legit and extra royal. Yes, yes, that is true. Yeah, the cross, that's that thing that she wears for the state dinners. I think I've seen that pinned to the sash or something like that. Okay. I've done no more. Okay, I'm glad I didn't read that one out loud. She's becoming a bulldog with so many wrinkles. And yet she went to the desert. I don't know how she got the courage to go to the desert. Okay. Well, let me check and see what else I wanted to chat about today. I have my list here. Let me see. We talked about Tony. We talked about the Duchess of Cornwall receiving the Order of the Garter. Oh yes. This one. Okay, this one. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of something. Actually, I think I can bring that up there. Okay, and we'll talk about that one. Okay. Is that it? Let's see. Okay, there we are. Most interesting royal couple of 2021 unveiled, testament to the couple's influence. Global data from Google has revealed which royal couple was the most interesting or most popular this year. Well, of course, this was something that came out on the 30th of December, and maybe some of you've all seen it already. Well, it's no surprise that the Sussexes would be considered the most influential royal couple in the world, obviously. Um, and let's just recap a bit of that. We had the Oprah interview back in March, I believe it was. And since then, of course, there's been all the blowback from that, the announcement of Harry's book, The oh yeah, let's what about the polo match? What about when he and his real brother Nacho Figueres? What about when they went to play polo? That was a huge event. That was when they accused Harry of being the lone individual that has caused global warming because he hitched a flight that was already headed in that direction. And because of that, Prince Harry alone was the cause of all global warming, according to the British tabloids. I remember that. Nobody else, just Prince Harry. That one flight, that one flight is supposed to usher in a new ice age. Remember that? That one single flight that Harry took on a private jet with several other people, including the owner of the jet, that was supposed to usher in a new ice age, according to the tabloids. So, yeah, there was that. And then, of course, there was the two trips to New York. I mean, that was the Sussexes at their best, the two trips to New York City. Let me see. How many of us realize the monarchy is really scared? Crack me up, love. Yes. I know they're afraid. I know they're afraid. They are absolutely terrified. They haven't I put it to you like this. They haven't been this afraid since they haven't been this afraid since Countess of Wessex, Sophie, wore that horrendous blue jumpsuit. I don't think they have been this afraid since, and that's scary. Um, do you agree? I don't think there has been anything else as frightening since she wore that jumpsuit. Um, Okay. Not Billy in the helicopter. No, Fancy Wolsom. Prince Harry is the sole cause of global warming. Even though, mathematically speaking, the rest of the royal family has taken has become the one of the largest sources of greenhouse gases in all of the United Kingdom. Is Prince Harry taking that one trip in a private jet that was already headed that direction with other people on it that has led to the new ice age as we know it. uh, you think she looks like Little Debbie? Liberia Rose, thank you so much. Happy New Year. This is from Deborah and Kata. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining the chat. Everyone, I have to tell you that Liberia is the one who has coached me into being the I guess you could say a YouTuber that I am today. She like I put it to you like this. There was a lot of information that I wasn't aware of. And instead of me going through all of the trial and errors, she gave me a lot of guidance in the beginning. So make sure you guys say thank you to her for leading me in the right direction when it comes to this channel. Because otherwise, as you know, I attempted the channel in 2020 and it just didn't go anywhere. But thanks to them, I have been able to, you know, pick things up. And like she was like, just do something every day. And it was the best advice because that practice is what got me to where I am today. Lavender Rose, thank you so much for that. You are a treasure. Thank you. Yeah, so as they say, it takes a village. And I believe in giving credit where credit is due. And there were a few people who gave some good advice in the beginning, and here I am. So I think that something like Royal, well, I'm sorry, I didn't say it right, did I? Royal Sussex. Something like Royal Sussex is a team effort. So whenever you watch Royal Sussex, there's just remember that. So, and why is this woman on the screen? Let me get rid of her. But just this is like advice. This is a cautionary tale. If you are of a certain age and if you turn sideways, you start looking like Skipper on Gilligan's Island, do not wear jumpsuits. This is way too aggressive. It's really yes, Blue Nightmare. Could you imagine looking down a long corridor and you see that running towards you and you just can't make it out? And then she is so she she is so she is so defensive about her fashion choices. She got her fist balled up in case somebody say something, you know? So there's a lot going on here. We discussed it last night, so I'm not going to get into it again. But speaking of not going to get into it, she's the one that put the outfit on, not me. Oh boy. Um, okay. But that is Ford Fiesta, someone who loves to take fashion risk, someone who shouldn't take fashion risk, but someone who loves to take fashion risk way too often. And she is gone. Okay. Now, I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? It was something to do with what was I talking about? And I don't know. I saw that jumpsuit, but uh help me out, somebody. Let me scroll back because I totally forgot. Who's her stylist? This is crazy. Uh, oh, somebody likes saying my name. Thank you, Annie. I'm gonna say your name next. Uh, Smurfette. Excuse me. Deborah Anderson. What are you doing? Thank you for that. Thank you. Is that a okay? Where is that at? Oh yeah, there you are. Okay. I'm trying to click on it. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Do you know that this is the first generous donation that you have given me this year? Well, I'm glad y'all watching. You know, this is family watching me right now. So I'm gonna get all nervous because I have like family observing me working. Um, I appreciate that, but you really shouldn't have. Let me see. Okay. Um. Oh, crack me up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that when our faves have been under attack from the establishment, like the Royal Rodents and the tabloid press, and in particular, allegedly from the those people, the what do I call them? Oh yeah, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. When they have been under siege by all of the above mentioned, I'm just glad to be able to help us have a good laugh about it, because otherwise it gets very frustrating and it just kind of wears you down. So if there's anything that I can do to lighten the mood, I'm always glad to do that. Speaking of which, lighten the mood, let us go to our two queens that we honor each and every podcast. That, of course, is the Princess of Wales, who has made so much of what Harry has possible, whether it was leaving him an inheritance and giving him the guidance to be a better person, to always think of other people. So we have to make sure we always think about her every day. Harry does the same, so it's good enough for me. And of course, we have Doria. Doria, who brings the strength of that courage from that experience as an African American a woman in the United States, someone who has come from a family, a long line of strong Black women. It shows every day in the way that the Duchess of Sussex has been able to prevail with all of these outside negative forces that seem like they were out to destroy her. And things like that, of course, is why they have been dubbed a daily fail. And thumbs down to Lord Nappyhead, who is still trying to pass. He literally looks like he could be, you know, one of my relatives, but no, he is an Anglo aristocrat in the United Kingdom. Whatever you see in that photo, pay no attention to him. Just, if anybody asks you, he's not. He's somebody else, okay? So he's passing. Okay, got a new member? Is that a new member? Miranda Rios, wow, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining Royal Sussex. Thank you so much. Yes, Lord Nappyhead. That's Lord Nappyhead, as evident by that unprocessed hair of his. This is the guy that owns the Daily Mail. This is the guy who has to get his checkbook out thanks to the Duchess of Sussex. Yeah, because they have to pay damages for every all of the problems that they cause. So, okay. Yes, B10 Diana and Doria. Starts with D, ends in A. Diana and Doria. Yeah, he looks like a retired S curl model. Yes, welcome, Miranda. Lord Nappyhead needs some perm box. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Hi, this is the word going around, and I believe Philip was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, the whole thing about Philip's will is the fact that they say Philip's will. This is, I think, only the second time, and according to British law, every citizen, whether they're royal or not, their wills are supposed to become public. But by some official royal patent, they have decided that Prince Philip's will and I believe Princess Margaret's will should, or was it the Queen Mother's will, should remain sealed for X amount of years. So, okay, everyone should read the byline article that put out on 12/28 about Madam Duchess winning her court case. Real good. I didn't see that, Beverly, but you know what? I'm going to look for it. I am so going to look for that. Thank you for the reminder. Somebody please remind me in the comments when I'm done with this one. Okay. Okay. No kidding. He's not passing at all. Not with those curls. Don't tell him that. Okay. The horror that Meghan and Harry didn't name godparents to Archie. Yes, what Crack Me Up Love is referring to is that Meghan and Harry, when they had Archie's christening, they did not name the godparents for Archie. They decided for that person's peace of mind and security to keep it private. And the tabloid press lost their ever loving minds because, of course, they're living in Frogmore Cottage, which is code for the servants' quarters, and we're paying for it, and the public has a right to know. And so, for that, Meghan and Harry decided very wisely that they would not um, uh, give up the names of the godparents because they didn't want them to be viciously attacked the way they have been attacked for many, many months while living in Frogmore Cottage. So, very wise decision. And that only did one thing, it made the press even more angry with them. But there was good reason for it, and I'm glad that they refused to give up the names. So, but one thing I could say is that in spite of all the leaks, at least no one from the palace, as far as I know, leaked those names. So nobody knows for sure. Let me see. With hair like that, it's impossible to believe someone lied. There is black in his bloodline. I believe his parents or somebody like down the line came from, they lived in Jamaica for some time, right? They lived in Jamaica. Okay, Annie, it looks like you being messy. Um, I see you're trying to remind me already. Um, I need a reminder like in the other comments, not these comments. And then I'm going to need another reminder to go back and read the comments for these comments. Otherwise, I probably won't see it. Let's see. Some people try to destroy you precisely because they recognize your power, not because they don't see it, but because they see it and they don't want it to exist. Very wise, Joseph. I agree with you because they know the Sussexes um, are a power couple, plain and simple. And for that reason, they want to make sure that they suppress any type of influence that they have. So, very, very true. Okay. Your laugh is infectious. Thank you, Margarita Taylor. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. They will lose their every loving mind when they find out Lily Diana has been christened since about August 2021. Um, yeah, well, and we may never find out otherwise. We may never find out otherwise. But if it is true, I'm glad that nobody knows. Got any special elixir, Church Nelly? Oh, so the word about the elixir is getting around, huh? Okay. Love how private they live now. It's joyful to know that things are not coming from house or palace. Yeah. Well, as I say, there are no leaks in Montecito. They do not have like a team of people undermining them. They got a team of people that are working professionals and or I think all of which are Americans, maybe one Brit, but I think all of them are Americans. But they have a team of people that's working on their behalf. They're working as a team and not as some type of overseer, those people. Um let's see. Oh yeah, I haven't shown it again today, but I'll do that right now. The official Christmas card, the official Christmas card. I don't know why every time I look for it, it's so hard to see it, but that's not it. That's not it. Wow, my computer is going slow right now. Sorry, you guys, but the buttons are getting kind of glitchy. There it is. Okay. More comments. And I think we'll wrap this up in about 6 minutes. So if you have any additional comments, please share as soon as possible. And I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. That photo of Rose when 10 days shy of giving birth to her daughter, Iris, on Twitter today. Rose with extremely ethnic looking hair. Are we talking about Rose as in Williams Rose Garden? Oh, I didn't see that, Diane. Diane, you get all the dirt. You are like the Rona Barrett of the Sussex squad. Are you on Twitter? I'm gonna have to make sure I follow your Twitter because you get all the dirt. I am impressed. William and Charles had been beefing for years, and Harry was there for his father and Meghan bridge the gap. William was a hater from day one. True, true, and more true. Let me see. Thank you, Deborah. Now, Deborah, you do know that everybody knows that you know me, right? You do know that I know that you know that they know that you know that I know that they know that you know me. So, while I appreciate your kind words, now it is starting to look a bit suspicious. So, since you know that I know that you know that they know that you know me, you know, you know, I know that you know. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for even tuning in. Um, okay, what was I trying to see here? Oh, good morning, squaddies, and happy new year and best wishes for the new year. Uh let me see. Magan Gaza. Anyway, where are you from if you don't mind saying? Okay, let me see. Love how William is going uh in homelessness in a few decades. I hope so. You are throwing lots of shade tonight on these. I'm always throwing shade on them. I'm here for the shade. Okay, Baron, tell us about the card. What card? What did I miss? The card. Oh, the Christmas card. Oh, I was just putting it up there. I was just putting it up there because this is like the last big event for the Sussexes for the year was the release of the Christmas card. But only thing I can tell you is that some people have speculated that that is the tea house on the property, and otherwise, we have three really hip redheads: Harry, Archie, and Lili. And then some people said that there is a redhead gene, a ginger gene in the Duchess of Sussex's bloodline. And of course, if you missed it last night, there is a really nice photo of the Duke of Sussex from, well, anyway, I got it off of Twitter. And take a look at Archie's hair, okay? Now, I don't have a zoomed in image of Archie's hair. And now take a look at this. Huh? Huh? Pretty cool, right? You got that one. And then, of course, you have the Christmas card that I can never find when I'm looking for it. Let me try that now. Man, that disappears fast. Let me see. Almost got it. So there's that one, that photo, and well, anyway, oh, there we go. See? So pretty cool, right? You can see that deep ginger tone and texture. That one and this one. I tell you, Harry looks like, doesn't Harry remind you from the kid from Willy Wonka? Right? He reminds me of the kid from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, whatever that kid's name was. But let me see. Yeah, so that's it about the card. Just sharing the image one more time. And surely everyone has seen it. So just another look for 2022. Okay, I'm going to go back to your comments. Oh, we only got like a minute, you guys. Who wants to have the last word? Who wants to have the last word? Give me something. Joseph? Let me see. With the Sussexes trending positively and Hair Club for Men Willie trending negatively, the silence from KP and the rodents is deafening. I think that's the close for me. Well, let me see. Got two more. Baron, as a TV junkie, I prefer to tune into the Sussex Squad daily. We're here growing. We are a growing force to be reckoned with. Joan, I agree that the Sussex Squad is getting bigger, and the influence has definitely reached far into the mainstream media, where they are quoting or they are following the lead of the Sussex squad, as evident by this particular situation that Prince William finds himself in. Beverly says, did anyone see the picture of Prince Albert's children of Monaco? It looks like his oldest daughter out of wedlock is trying to keep the siblings all together, even the eldest son. Oh, now see, Beverly, I was about to get off of here, but you done just found a little juicy topic that we should all delve into, shall we? Um, Let me cue up a couple of photos. See what you done did, Beverly. I said the last word, not another word, but now you got me digging around trying to get messy. Oh, boy, I tell you, the squad, the squad, the squad. As my computer is getting slow and glitchy, but let me see, because it's never too late to be messy. Get rid of a couple of things. But yeah, so if you don't know this about Prince Albert of Monaco, Prince Albert of Monaco seems to have a particular taste, if you will, for women of color, meaning that he's a, you know, has a reputation for being a bit fast and loose, if you understand what I'm saying. But then along with that, he also seems to, and this has been something that has been going on like long before he became this, I guess you could say, the sovereign prince or the ruling prince of Monaco. This is something that's been going on for years. So the exact number of children that he has out of wedlock, nobody seems to know. And then there's this whole saga about the princess of Monaco, Charlene, who I believe was an Olympic swimmer, diver, swimmer, or something like that. Well, she decided that she couldn't stand being with Albert. So she, and this is just alleged, she decided that she would, why do I have all these photos? I have no idea. But since you brought it up, y'all about to get an eyeful. Um, okay, there we are. This is your fault, Beverly. This is your fault. You brought this upon us. By the way, Amy girl, thank you for that. I'm looking out the corner of my eye. I am going to put you there. Thank you so much. But so there is Albert and the air hostess. I forget which African nation she's from, but they have a child together. And of course, I wouldn't be messy if I didn't happen to have more photos. Give me a second. Now, the reason why Albert has drawn my attention is not because I just like to gossip, but he had the nerves to open up his mouth. The man with more skeletons. What have you done to me? The man who has more skeletons in his closet than you can count had the nerves to open up his little sloppy, nasty mouth and say, I just think some things should be kept discreet. And whatever he said, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness, Movo, you having a tornado warning. Please go to safety. But I could not believe that this guy had the nerves to open up his mouth and say something about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and privacy. This is a man who lives his life very much in the public eye. Everybody know his business. He's been doing this ever since he was a teenager. Ever since he first realized that he was a boy and he likes girls, he has been, for lack of a better word, dipping off all over the continent of Europe, Africa, South America. I wish I was making this up, but I'm not. I'm not even going to throw alleged in there because it's true. And this man with that reputation had the nerves. So he was doing an interview and somebody asked him about Meghan and Harry and the Oprah. And when I saw that, of course, I had to make a video. Oh, I couldn't wait to get to my keyboard. But you know, okay, so I have a picture of his son. I'm gonna share that with you. These are all in the public domain, so no problem. I don't think he's quite 18 yet, but again, the air hostess. Now, the first thing he did was deny paternity. Oh, I think that's I'm sorry, that's not the air hostess. That's Naomi Campbell. Again, like I say, he likes, women of color. So, um that's the baby's mama. That's the baby. Good-looking kid. But he denied paternity for quite some time until he was threatened with a trip to the European court. And then after that, then all of a sudden, he decided, oh, okay, I am not going to be a deadbeat dad. You know what you've been doing. The boy looks just like a Grimaldi. How dare you try to insinuate that that's not your kid? That's your kid. And he knows it is. Now, he has a daughter that I think is older. And these are only the kids that we know about. There's some speculation. Who does got me started talking about this when I was about to go? I done forgot who said that. So, but anyway, there had been some speculation. I was about to go lay down, and now y'all done got me started. But there had been some speculation that that there's more children. Now the daughter, her mother is from South America, so he's not only, I hate to be so crude, but he's not only into dark meat, if you know what I mean. Um, feel free to rat that person out, whoever got me talking about Albert when I was about to go lay down. But yeah, so anyway, in order to pay for child support, and because the kid, the young man, was born out of wedlock, because that young man should actually be the heir to the throne. But because of the laws of Monaco, and because Monaco is a practicing Roman Catholic city state, one of the smallest countries in the world, there's no way that the kid can ever be the Prince of Monaco because his parents were not married. So, as a concession to receive compensation and all that kind of stuff, he can never be the Prince of Monaco, but he will receive the acknowledgement that. Hold on. I'm looking for just one more photo. One more photo. Um, let's see. What am I looking for? Yeah, but he can never be the Prince of Monaco, but he will have he will receive financial aid or whatever. What am I saying? Child support. And he will receive some type of inheritance. So he's not being completely cut out or anything like that. But yeah, so oh yeah. So anyway, along with all of that, he has to say that yes, I, Elmer Fudd, I'm his father. The reason, please tell me you see it. Does he not look like Elmer Fudd? That is Elmer Fudd. You never see Elmer Fudd and Prince Albert in the same room. They're one and the same. Elmer Fudd is Prince Albert. Prince Albert is Elmer Fudd. End of story. Those are the same people. I'm convinced of that. Uh, I was stalling for something. I was stalling to be as messy as I could be. And guess who he likes to hang out with? One pudgy, sweaty, big, fat, sloppy, messy prince hangs out with the other. They're like planets that are drawn into each other's gravity. You got one big nasty, sloppy they just find each other. That's all I'm saying. Now, here's a glamour shot of the young man's mother. She's absolutely gorgeous. So the looks are not coming from the daddy side of the family. The Grimaldis, that's the name of the royal family of Monaco. Whoever got me talking about these people, I promise you, I'm going to admonish you with my stare. But anyway, I'm supposed to be laying down right now. But whoever, um, well, I'm sorry, the Grimaldis, they have that kind of Windsor blood where nothing comes out attractive. If you have a little of the Grimaldi blood, you're okay. It's like the Windsors. If you got too much Windsor blood, this is what happens. That's what happens when you're too Windsor. That happens, and that happens. And it doesn't stop there. Don't forget Uncle Pennywise. That's another part of having that Windsor blood. You see what I mean? You see it? That's when you have too much Windsor. You just look like that. So, and I'm starting to think it really don't help to have that Middleton blood because they I'll put it like this. They got a whole nother kind of weirdness going on. Jazz hands and grinning. They got problems too. Jazz hands, grinning, and absolutely, and I do mean absolutely no talent whatsoever. So, um, anyway, this kid is gonna be okay. He may not be the Prince of Monaco, but he's certainly not Elmer Fudd. Be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbit. Be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. I'm going to get you, wascally wabbit. See? I'm going to get you, you wascally wabbit. So, and then poor Princess Charlene. They said that when Charlene was planning to marry, that she tried to escape Monaco, only for them to have somehow convinced her she needed to come back. Well, fast forward, now they have some things over her head that prevents her from ever leaving, although that didn't stop her from going to Africa. Now, this is Princess Charlene today. This is when she first got married, and this is after spending a few years with Elmer Fudd. Poor girl. She didn't shave the side of her head. I mean, things have just gone from bad to worse for her. And now nobody sees her. But she at one time, and the thing is, he was in love with this girl, but he couldn't be in love with her because, well, she's not this. So, no shade on Princess Charlene because um it, it's just a really sad story for her. But the thing is, I think she's on the mend. The world is watching what's going on with her, so I'm not so worried about her welfare. But oh, thank you, PP. I can't believe I'm saying that, but thank you, PP. As a baby boomer, as a male baby boomer, sometimes it's difficult for me. So when I say thank you, PP, it's really nothing I've never said before. Oh boy. I don't know how I got here, but somehow this entire podcast has gone into a downward spiral. And for some reason, I have been quoting Elmer Fudd recently. But It's just, it's an interesting coincidence that they seem to be best of buddies, except for the one on the left ain't got no money. The one on the right side is one of the wealthiest people in the world. But the one on the left, he has to depend on his mother to pay his bills. So anyway, if there's any questions about the Grimaldis or Prince Albert, I'll be glad to take your questions or comments now. As you can see, I know very little about them, but I'll be glad to help. That's why Harry's children are the best looking children. She's like a mad woman when she smiles. Uh oh, you're talking about Duchess Kate, three-note Katie. Three-note Katie, the one that only knows three notes when she plays the piano. Um the one who they love to pretend is sitting down with all the authority of George S. Gershwin, three-note Katie. I know what you mean. Yeah, I think that the grin is some type of a nervous tick. When she gets excited and nervous, yeah, she just starts grinning. It's a nervous tick that she has. And anyway, Dr. Joyce Jazzhand is one of the great critical thinkers of our time. So I know she'd have been smiling so much her mouth don't even line up no more. You notice that? That's because of that nervous tick she got. See, it just now her mouth don't line up. Poor thing. I bet her face is kind of achy right now. But okay, so shade, and more shade. I'm doing my best. I was doing real good too. Albert was not happy when he saw Charlene crying on her wedding day. Yes, Kanatha, thank you for reminding me of that. I totally forgot to say that, but yeah, when I showed the wedding picture, what I wanted to mention, and I somehow let it slip by. You see this? She cried and cried and cried. She literally was trying to like throw bed sheets out the window to get out of this situation. I don't know what happened between I do or I not I do, but will you marry me and the wedding day. But she was very, very sad. I mean, please Google about Charlene of Monaco. She was very sad. This guy is a piece of work. Um, and the children, she can't go anywhere with the kids. She has that over her head, unfortunately. But I'm sorry, I don't have a picture of his other daughter. But I think that the mother is from Argentina or something like that. But yeah, it's before she went off to Africa, she shaved her head. She literally shaved her head down as though it was the apocalypse coming. But it wasn't that. It was just that she's married to him, to Elmer Fudd. Oh, that face. It's like a thumb with a face drawn on it. Okay. I predict this same time, this time next year, current wife will be former, both in House of Windsor and House of Grimaldi, I guess. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Both of them are. Look at what happens to the royal brides. Look at what happened to him. He is on the throne, and the other one is the heir to the throne. Princess Grace at the same thing over her head. If she left, she would lose her kids. Princess Grace helped them get the money they have. They weren't a prosperous city state before that. Absolutely right, Mary Cat. Princess Grace, by inviting all of her Hollywood friends and all of the people around the world that she's known, she invited them to Monaco to help bolster the image of this city state that was nearly absorbed by France. If it wasn't for Princess Grace, Monaco might just be another city on the French Riviera. I mean, really, it is, but they have their independence, and yeah, and most of what they have, you could thank Princess Grace for it. Let's see. Did the boy's mother say that Princess Charlene moved him to the maid's quarters when she moved into the palace? You're talking about, well, which boys are you speaking about? Prince Albert's son? That one I haven't heard that story before, but yeah, honestly, I don't know about that. I don't know that he's ever lived with his dad, but it took a long time until they got to this point. At first, it was deny, deny, deny. And obviously, he's not into taking precautions when he's, you know, taking care of his business. He ain't really taking any precautions. He just kind of just, Grimaldi's all over the place. Be very quiet. I'm fathering another child. Be very quiet. I am fathering another child. Um, just messy. Okay, so let me take a look at a couple more comments. Eh, Let me see. Albert's son, it was in the news a couple of months ago. She did an interview and Albert was mad. Oh, the African woman did an interview about that. I'm gonna have to look for that because I haven't had many updates um on that situation, but just a few bits and pieces I picked up over time. They have driven Charlene into a nervous breakdown. I don't think she even wants to live with Albert anymore. I think his black son has been going to private school. He's well taken care of. Well, since we're on the topic, let me let me see if I could do this because I as you know, from time to time I have talked about another prince of the realm that has married into a very wealthy city state family. Well, I don't know if you can call Liechtenstein a city state, but I want to share a couple photos of Prince. Oh, is it? Yeah, is it Alphonse? I think it's Alphonse. But yeah, I want to share a couple of photos of him if you guys got the time. Uh, okay. Okay, I think this is going to work out. Give me a second here. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Because, as you know, Princess Marie von Liechtenstein, formerly of the House of Kinsky, died earlier this year, or last year rather. And let's see. I was very proud of a moment at her funeral because here it is. Okay, yeah, I think I can do all of these at one time. We'll see. As you may have heard of Princess Angela of Liechtenstein, back in the 1990s, I think it was, she married into the Liechtenstein family. Here she is at the funeral of her mother in law. That's Maria Kinsky von Liechtenstein. Now, she married one of her distant cousins, um, who was the heir to the Liechtenstein throne. And anyway, she just died last year. And this is the family walking after the funeral. And so the other photo I wanted to show you didn't come up. I have to get rid of a couple more things in order to share that with you. Okay. Coming up. Anyway, I did a video called Princess Meghan, Princess Angela. And by making that video, some derangers really had some nasty things to say about Meghan. She's not a princess. She's not a princess. She'll never be a princess. She became a princess the day she was married. Well, no matter what anybody thinks, Meghan is a princess, Princess Henry of Wales. And if they don't change the rules, which they're likely to do that just out of spite and anger, if they don't change the rules, Princess Henry of Wales, when the Queen goes to her glory, shall become uh, Princess Meghan, because that will be the sovereign's son, or should I say, his son's wife or whatever. So, anyway, this is what I want to show you. I think that's it. Okay. 742 people? How did that happen? I just looked away for a second. You guys came in just as I was talking about um Elmer Fudd or Prince Albert. I can never tell them apart. Okay, here he is. I'm so proud of this young man. So behind him, you can see his cousins. All of the grandchildren spoke at his grandmother's funeral. And this family, as far as I know, there's Princess Angela on the left. This is the royal family of Liechtenstein. They don't seem to have much conflict, not just between, the guy with the silver hair that you see like in the middle of the picture. That's the Prince of Monaco. His son is a regent. That's the guy to the left of him. And then to the left of him is his wife with the blonde hair. And then that's Maximilian. And then that's Angela there. And then the other family there on the other end of the aisle. But I was really moved by the fact that they seem to embrace this family. Princess Marie actually was made available the Kinsky diamond tiara for Princess Angela to wear on the wedding day without any of the nastiness, without any of the controversy. Of course, they're not as famous a royal family. And yes, it's true, some of the family was not thrilled by the fact that he was marrying this American of Panamanian descent. But he was in love, and without protest, um, his father, the Prince of Liechtenstein, his mother, and his brother joined them in New York. So I believe they had a civil ceremony in Liechtenstein, and then they married again in New York, or vice versa, one or the other. So that does sound familiar, that they actually married twice. They went through the ceremony twice. So yeah, it wasn't like the family had to go to New York. They wanted to support Maximilian. And so as a product of their marriage comes Prince Alphonse. So this kid is a real prince. And I just thought that was seeing these photos from the funeral just was heartwarming for me, to see that she is very much a member of the family without all the shade and everything. Now, as far as I know, they have lived in Germany and they have lived in London. And the dad is a banker, and the mom, I'm not sure exactly what she's doing, but she, I believe her vocation was fashion design. So very sweet story. It's very opposite of the Windsors in that they don't, and even opposite of the Grimaldis, because it just never seems to be any big, like, interesting gossip about them. They're just a family, and they happen to be extremely wealthy. So when you get a chance, look up the Princess Angela of Liechtenstein. Or if you want to see the video I made, it's called Princess Meghan, Princess Angela. and that is the most viewed video I ever had, almost 200,000 views. So I would be very proud for you to see it. So with that, does anybody have any questions about them, or you have any more shade you want about Albert? Okay, the people of Liechtenstein are very loving and accepting people, from what my friends who live there told me. I can see that from thousands of miles away. I really can. So true, respectful and supportive. Absolutely. Prince Albert lives in the biggest glass house, but throwing boulders. Oh boy, Margie, you don't mess around, do you? Not throwing stone, but throwing boulders. I love it. Yeah, that's the Liechtenstein flag. Thank you for that. Okay. American prince have spiced up the stodgy old royal family. Yes, Joseph, that is a very accurate statement. She's brought something incredible to their lives, especially but yeah, the Liechtenstein family, they all speak English and German. German is their mother tongue. And a little background, the Liechtenstein family are from Austria. And when the Austrian-Hungarian Empire collapsed, they decided to retreat to their mountain ancestral lands, which actually they just purchased from the Habsburgs, and they never really lived there, I think, until after World War I or World War II. But they are very wealthy, and they used to be a haven for people who wanted to hide money. But other than that, is some 30,000 of them, and it's in the Alpine Mountains, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Let me see here. You should talk about Shaman Durek and Princess Martha Louise of Norway. Yeah, I saw them recently on an interview, and it was very interesting. I don't know about a lot about their relationship, but I do know that there was some backlash from the family. And I think you've just given me some homework. I really should look into two of them. But I want to say they were on the Tamron Hall show recently, or maybe sometime last year, or maybe even before the pandemic. I can't remember, but yeah, they were on her show, and very interesting couple. And you know what? They look very handsome together. Um, the shaman and Princess Martha. They look they're a very handsome couple. I think so. They suit each other. Brenda, leave it alone. She has moved on. It happened to the best of us. Marriage is promised, then the man or woman changes their mind. Oh, that sounds like interesting something, but I'm going to leave it alone. Um, um, huh. What is that about? Okay. Okay. And what else we got here? Rosalind, I haven't heard from you all day. Remember, Meghan is listed as princess on Archie's birth certificate. Yes, she is. Her occupation was listed as princess of the realm, unless they changed it, which they kind of shady, and they might try to do that when ain't nobody looking. You've been to Liechtenstein? I am so jealous. It is not only incredibly beautiful, but the people were very warm and friendly. It may be the tiny country, but it definitely someplace everyone should visit. Well, from what I hear, they have one of the highest standards of living in all of the Western world. So if they ain't happy, who is, right? The unroyal family would have stood by Meghan and protected her. None of this foolishness would be going on. Their racism, jealousy, xenophobia, classism got the best of them. Absolutely, cookies and cream. Absolutely. Let me see. If you guys care, I will share just a couple more photos of the listings. But when I look at Marie's picture, I don't know why. I just think that she had to be an incredibly lovely person to know. Absolutely lovely. I don't know why, but I just get that feeling from her. I know very little about her, but from just I mean, she looks like somebody's grandma, some sweet grandma. And I love the way the family rallied around her when her health was going into a decline. So very cool. And let's see. Excuse me. I'm getting rid of some old photos like oh, I got to get rid of stuff like that so that I can find just a couple more photos of the Liechtensteins to share with you. But yeah, I think Marie must have been incredible. I just get that feeling from her. There's a certain warmth, and Maximilian looks just like his mother. Let me see. Okay, gonna bring up just a couple more of those. And whatever comments and questions and stuff, I will see what I can try to get to before we go. But whoever brought up this topic of Elmer Fudd, thank you, because um, aside from getting a lot of that frustration out of my system, I get a chance to share the Liechtenstein family with you. Oh boy, I got a bunch of photos of them, don't I? Okay, I'm gonna try to find my faves. Okay, I think I found a good one. Well, you've all, excuse me, you've all seen the wedding photo, but I'm gonna try to find the photo with the family. But yeah, they are a super rich and apparently a very supportive family. I hope so. Hope I don't get that wrong. And if well, let me see. I I have so many photos, I can't decide what I want to share. That is the problem here. Let's see, where do we go here? Huh. Well, oh my goodness, there's that other Angela. I don't want her photo. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good. I'm good. We are good. I'll try these. So, this photo is a bit grainy, but this is the Maximilian, Angela, and that is Marie. And for some reason, I can't remember his name. Is it Alois? No, Alois is the son. I can remember everybody's name but his, but that's Pops right there. And they're a very handsome couple. And look at this. What I love about this photo, this is a state occasion, right? Notice how she has her hand wrapped around his arm like that. She's literally embracing his arm for support, for love, affection, whatever you want to call it. If the Windsors would just get over themselves and do more stuff like this in the public, maybe they wouldn't be so mixed up now. This is what they really need to do. They need to do the but if they don't have it in them, they don't have it in them. But that is, the ruler of Monaco. I'm not Monaco, of Liechtenstein and his wife at a state occasion. From the photo, I believe it may be, I'm not sure what occasion it is, but it's just too bad that that other family, they don't have it in them to do that. So that's Alphonse, Angela. I don't know who the guy is, but in the background, that is the Liechtenstein castle, I think. And that is the prince and his regent, his son, Alois. Okay, what is his name? Nobody's looked it up yet. I could do it myself, but that would take too much time. Um, yeah, so just wanted to share those couple photos with you guys. Thank you for uh being patient about it, but yeah, very cool. And then, of course, the tiara. That's the Kinski tiara. You can barely see it in that photo, but yeah, that is the tiara there. So, okay, let me go to some comments and I will, let's see, I'll leave this one up. I don't know. I think they had to been like some really, really lovely people to know. Um, especially grandma. I just love her for some reason. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see that, sister. And Megan is a minimalist. Absolutely. Megan is a minimalist. And it was a nod to Princess Angela, right? I think so. I think so. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Megan definitely believes in a great deal of symbolism, and I think that is totally okay. Everybody in the royal family does some type of symbolism, especially the women. The women dress for support, they dress for revenge, and of course, they dress for state occasions accordingly. So all of that is true, and I think that Megan adapted to her wardrobe incredibly fast, seeing that she was only there for a brief time. Okay, okay, a close-up wedding photo. Again, I'm sure just about everyone has seen it, but I'm going to share it anyway. Oh, that's not so close, but it is better quality. And then this one. That's the Kinski family tiara. So every royal bride in the Liechtenstein household, I think except for one, has used and look at there. That's the national day, I think 2019 perhaps. That's the national day, the most important day on the calendar in Liechtenstein. I'm so jealous though. I would love to go there and I've never been there. And my very next trip to Europe, that was what I was hoping is that I could go to Liechtenstein just to say I've been there. Just to, enjoy the fresh alpine air. Um, have I talked to you guys about my trips to Europe? Have I mentioned Europe at all? I've been to Europe, right? Anybody? Y'all got something to say about that? I've been to Europe. Come on, I'm waiting to see it. Who's gonna get to it first? Uh Anybody? What happens every time I mention Europe? There we go. Joan, you're always the first off the blocks. Always. Whenever I talk about Europe, I just get lost in my own words. All of a sudden, I've told you every place I've been, every place I belched, every place I ate, whatever. Once I get started on Europe, there you go. Yep, that is the gift that I receive from the loyal viewers of Royal Sussex. Every time I mention Europe, I get the massive, massive eye roll. And I love it. Thank you guys. That way I know you are really listening to me. Now, about Europe. The first time I went was 1999. I was dreaming when I wrote that, so sue me if I go too fast. I went to Munich, in case you're wondering. And then from there, I took an overnight train to Venice. And you know what? Just for your cooperation, I am going to share some of my photos. Beverly said, you have gone an hour past your time. Beverly, why is that name familiar to me? Are you the one that started me talking about the Grimaldis? Who started that whole thing that got me all hopped up and agitated talking about Albert of Monaco, that pig. I mean, he's just a dreadful person, dreadful, and had the nerves to open up his mouth and talk about Meghan and Harry. I couldn't wait to make a video about him. Pig. He just makes me sick. Do you hear me? Sick! He just makes me sick. Let me see. And nobody's found let me share these photos with you. Part of being in that family, look at there. This is when the Liechtenstein family went to go and meet the Pope. It's a pretty big family, isn't it? And all the way down there on the left side is where the Princess Angela, Alphonse, and Maximilian is standing. And this is the 100th anniversary of that tax haven bank called the Bank of Liechtenstein. Well, it's true. It is a bit of anyway. That's where a lot of rich people like to hide their money. But you see there's our Princess Angela right there with the rest of the family. It's no big deal. Nobody's leering at each other. Nobody is what do you call it? Oh, I know. There's nobody incandescent with rage. See the difference? No incandescent with rage, just the family out celebrating a very important occasion. Okay, so that's enough about the House of Liechtenstein, the House of Grimaldi, glaring at the Duchess of Sussex. We'll have no more of that. That's enough about showing up looking like a bottle of Mitchum Roll-On. No more jazz hands. No more Phantom of Westminster Abbey. None of that stuff. We're going to close it out with some questions and answers. Oh, by the way, did I tell you all Duchess of Sussex has won that lawsuit yet again? Okay, I guess we talked about that. Okay, questions and answers. Let's get to that. Okay. You should know by now he can yak for hours. I'm going to call you in about 10 minutes. Beverly, so you are the person we have to blame for Barron's travel story. Yes, absolutely. Somebody is responsible. They have a separate group chat at work because of stories about my trip to Europe. I won't judge. Chai Latte, please tell us where you've been. Please tell us where you've been. Usually I say where you been, but when there's a lot of money involved, then it turns into been. Please tell us where you have been. Let's see, who else here? I love a good adventure. They try so hard to make Copycat as relevant as Meghan. Is so transparent and pathetic. Isn't it though? You just reminded me. There was something else I wanted to share. Thank you for that, Joseph. If I can call you Joseph. Let me get rid of a couple things so I can make way. Of course, every time I say make way, I get kind of nervous because when I hear make way, I keep thinking one of the Queen's guards are going to trample me. They've done it before. Make way for the Queen's guards. Make way for the Queen's guards. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Miss B, good morning. London calling. Is it morning in London? I guess it is. It's got to be, what, 2 a.m., right? Okay. Okay, this is what I wanted to share. I don't remember when this came out, but I keep seeing it pop up on Twitter. You see that? 700 people? Are you kidding me? Duchess Kate obsessed with Meghan, stealing her style and trolling online. Have you guys seen this before? Now, Star Magazine, if I remember, that's the magazine that showed those photos. They ran those photos of Prince Charles and the boy toy. Can I say that? Prince Charles and the boy toy. They were the ones who ran an article about Prince Charles and the boy toy. They don't seem to have the same restraint that the British media has. Now, I know there's a lot of Brits that work for that magazine, but they don't seem to have the same deference that the rest of the family have, especially when people start talking about a boy toy. Allegedly. But yeah, so we've known this has been going on for quite some time. I'm not going to try to dig out the photos right now, but I have a whole bunch of receipts of Kate cosplaying the Duchess of Sussex. Just like I have receipts of Prince Albert cosplaying Elmer Fudd. Well, I also have receipts of Kate cosplaying the Duchess of Sussex. One thing about the Sussex Squad, we always keep receipts. And so there's been many fashion moments when Duchess Doolittle, the Duchess of Cambridge, has decided that she would try to capture some of the spirit of the Duchess of Sussex by wearing very similar, if not identical, outfits, which has happened quite a few times. And I'm sure you've all seen it, where she cosplays the Duchess of Sussex. Like, for instance, the Duchess of Sussex wearing a very similar gown to Princess Angela Liechtenstein, that is really honoring the other person, because that's like one of the biggest days of any woman's life is a wedding day. No big deal. But here, the Duchess of Cambridge, she literally has adapted into wearing pants. Whereas before she would, wear all of those rather odd looking, uh, almost mid century dresses all over the place. She has decided that she would adapt the style of the Duchess of Sussex. So, anyway, I do believe that magazine article came out in the fall. And so, if anybody has any comments about that you'd like to share, I'd be interested in hearing it. Otherwise, whatever questions and answers that you have for the next 8 minutes, we are going to make like a tree and leave. Um, you guys, we are still going to celebrate Betty Davis. Betty Davis. I keep doing that. Betty White's birthday on the 17th of January. So, um, that is something you can look forward to. We are going to still celebrate a century of Betty White. She deserves it. Granny Coat, yes, sister, in the Granny Coat and Little House on the Prairie dresses. That is Kate Couture. Is the um coat dress and Little House on the Prairie gowns. Very Kate Couture. I agree. But they say she's dressing scientifically now, so don't forget, Kate is now dressing scientifically. That's what one of the articles said recently, is that Kate is now dressing scientifically. So we won't see her, oh boy. You know what I'm doing right now is I'm going through some of my photos of her, and I'm just looking at some of the most abominable clothing. Um Oh boy. Okay, I knew I had it. There it is. Kate Middleton's new scientific approach to dressing. Duchess has did shift dresses for tonal jumpers and coats with sleek trousers to create a polished uniform that simplifies dressing for a busy mother of three. That was going okay until they said busy. They should have left out busy. Why would you throw busy in the same sentence or same paragraph, any language that involves one of the laziest people this side of creation? Why would you say busy? Why say busy? Everybody knows that Kate doesn't like to work. They said for the year of 2021 that she has worked a whopping 255 hours. 255 hours. How many people in the UK can get by working 255 hours? Now, with an 8-hour day in consideration, she's only worked a few months out of the year, if that. And when I say few months, that's probably a part time job, not a full time person, not a full time adult woman. And for that, she gets access to free helicopter rides. I mean, nice work if you can get it. Nice work if you can get it. That is the one of the critical thinkers of our time. Um, let me see. Joan Commonwealther says how to dress scientifically in 3 steps for only $19.95. Order now and get the 4th. And get the 4th for free. Order today. Oh, I love that. The Hey, how about that time she was channeling Mary Poppins? Do you remember that? Do you remember when Kate was channeling Mary Poppins? Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine go down. It's just a spoonful of sugar. Oh, poor thing. And she's smiling because she just don't know no better. She don't know no better. She thinks she is really causing it. She don't know what she wants to be next. Something tells me that she was watching Mary Poppins with the kids, and next thing you know, she had a dressmaker on the phone, and as a result, that coat came out. So, um, she just don't know who she wants to be next. One day she's a scientific dresser, and then the next thing you know, she's Mary flipping Poppins. So, um, oh boy. Oh, thank you for bringing the messy. Let me find one more photo of her to close with. I have so many. I don't know where to start. Uh, hmm. Oh, that's just dreadful. Oh, and who put that on the social media? Okay. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I think I should just yeah, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. We'll let her have the science of dressing. Um, and then we'll close out in just a minute here. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us on Royal Sussex. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space for everyone who has participated and enjoyed Royal Sussex. Oh, you guys, should I show them that little shady meme? Okay, I'll close with this one because I know everyone hasn't seen it. You know the one from KFC from last night? Do you remember that one? And I told you that I was thinking about taking this meme and repurposing it for someone else. Y'all remember that? This one? But I'm not going to do it because that would just be absolutely cruel. I did not create this meme. I did save it because I thought I might switch the name, but not gonna do that. I'm just going to leave it alone and leave her be because she has enough challenges in her life without me picking on her. So we just gonna leave that alone. Amen. Okay, so we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Thank you so much for joining us on Royal Sussex. Thank you, Anastasia, Lydia, Church Nelly, Rising Phoenix, and Sherry Ware, our moderators. And thank you, everyone, for participating with your comments. And thank you for all the generous donations and encouragement. And Happy New Year to all. Who wants the last word? Somebody always has to have the last word. Anybody? I'm looking. I'm scanning through. Last word. Oh, Beverly. You get to have the last word. Thank you, Baron, for the funny and the messy. Stay safe, stay hydrated, wear your mask, no bad energy. Beverly, that is impeccably good. Thank you so much for that. All right, so long. Love you guys.